to my view, there's a huge disconnect between the intelligence and effort and systematic thinking that people apply in their career and the complete lack of all those qualities that they apply to their inner life. So I'm just saying, why don't you have all these skills, you have these abilities, why don't you apply them to the quality of your life instead of, what's going on around you? It's not a choice, one or the other. You can do both.
Throughout his time as a Buddhist monk, the venerable Ajahn Chayasaro had dedicated himself to spreading the teachings of the Buddha to both Thai and international audiences by giving Dhamma talks, interviews, and writing books. Back in 1978, Sean Michael Shiverton, who later became Phra Ajahn Chayasaro, first arrived in Thailand. He was impressed with Thai's uniqueness, which should be regarded as one of the country's greatest strengths, yet it is often overlooked. Thailand has an ability to accept diversity that enables people to live peacefully with others from different races and religions.
It's never been brought up for us to have a sense of pride, and like wholesome pride, like pumjai, not like sort of arrogant pride. And I believe that a lot of this is due to Buddhist influence. In Thailand, our religion is not based upon belief in dogmas. This is focused on how you live your life rather than what you believe about it. So if we see someone from a different religion, then we don't think we want to convert them, but we say, well, we hope they are good Christians or good Muslims, and that makes us happy. We have no intention to make them believe the same things that we believe. This is so unique in the world, and it's such a shame that in Thailand we don't see this as one of the great strengths. So when you lift something up and say, this is our core value, we have acceptance of diversity as a core value. Throughout history, you can go back how many hundreds of years in Thailand and you see this, and you cannot see that in almost any other non-Buddhist culture in the world. So it's not saying we're better than anyone, but this is our thing, and it's something we can be proud of.
In his early life, Phra Ajahn Chayasaro had doubts about the meaning of life and was in search of the truth. Then he found one of the Buddha's teachings, which had a profound impact on him.
And what the Buddha said, and this for me was one of the things that really made me a Buddhist, the Buddha said, there is a difference between knowing something and believing in something, and you have to make a clear distinction. But the problem in the world today is that people don't make this distinction. They say it's true because I believe it, and I believe it because it's true. And that's the cause of so much conflict between religions, is my religion is true. Well, how do you know it's true? Because I believe it 100%. But why do you believe it? I believe it because it's true. How do you know it's true? Because I believe it. And this is what goes round and round. And so Buddhism has this, radical perspective on this. It said, yeah, but you can believe 100% in things that are not true. Is that not correct? Even if you think that your belief is a proof that what you believe is true, what about other religions? You have to accept the principle that it is possible to believe in things that aren't true. And the Buddha's conclusion from that is, you can't take belief as proof of truth. And for me, this is just so, a revelation when I first came across this teaching. It's just so different from anything else that you can find out there.
The Buddha's teachings, which cover many things from spirituality to everyday life, start with basic principles. Phra Ajahn also explained the concept of bun, or merit, a key concept in Buddhism and Thai culture.
For example, if you help other people, if you give without any wish for any kind of reward, that will bring you joy and happiness in your life. And it will be a joy that will last, even after 1 year, 10 years, 20 years. When you remember some good deed you performed, you feel, you feel wonderful, you feel joy. And so the Buddhists observe this. So the Buddhist teachings is look at the way things are. You don't have to believe. It's see for yourself. If you give something and you want something in return, then after some time you remember it and you just feel choi-choi, you just feel kind of nothing because it was a transaction. But if you did something with no wish for any reward, it makes you happy forever. So, which is superior, you know, and that happiness that comes from doing good and remembering good is what we call bun, it's this merit.
As this year comes to an end, for those who are worried about the uncertainty and stress ahead, Pra Ajahn suggested that we should pay attention to our minds and recognize that much of the stress and suffering we experience is self-imposed. Add that to the problems in the world around us. Buddhism teaches us to approach both positive and negative experiences with mindfulness. A practical way is to deal with our mind, which can help us reduce suffering induced by challenging situations, and to embrace more happiness from positive experiences. In recognition of his significant contributions, Pra Ajahn Chayasaro has been honored with Thailand's Public Diplomacy Award 2024.